will vote for Kevin McCarthy, and that's why I'm proud to nominate him for Speaker of the House.
We're witnessing history here today. For half of that, I wasn't quite sure who the gentleman from Ohio was nominating. He was nominating himself.
But they want us divided. They want us to fight each other. That much has been made clear by the popcorn and blankets and alcohol that is coming over there. The House is not in order.
We want to talk about people who can win. Well, I'm a Lions fan, and I'm yeah, right. Look, I'm well acquainted with snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Y'all.
Hearn.
Anybody can get elected on one round. Takes something special to go 15.
Well, let's be honest. We all knew that Matt Gaetz would never let the vote get to 18.
So what's your reaction to members of your own party calling for your resignation? Are you planning to resign if the voters ask for you to resign? Will you resign if the voters want you to resign?
142 people asked for me to resign. I'll resign.
Nassau County Republicans are calling for George Santos to resign. Do you agree with that?
I really thought I've seen it all, especially given what we've seen over the past, 5-6 years. He's the Anna Delvey of politics.
What else are you lying about? Who the are you?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
I know George Santos hoped to deliver tonight's keynote, but organizers, our lovely, beautiful organizers, wanted someone who could tell a joke, but not actually be one.
As a ode to Taylor Swift, I will say, we know all too well.
I think it's a nightmare dressed like a daydream. I don't think we ought to go there.
And may I suggest respectfully that Ticketmaster ought to look in the mirror and say, I'm the problem. It's me.
I have to throw out, in deference to my daughter Eliza, one more Taylor Swift quote. Karma's a relaxing thought. Aren't you envious that for you it's not? That's all I've got to say.
Mr. McCarthy's rationalizations, justifications keep shifting. The cardinal sin appears to be that I led the impeachment of his master in Mar-a-Lago.
You were talking about Putin, Kim Jong-un, and Xi. You know what they all have in common, right?
Trump.
Trump? North Korea, China, and Russia?
He loves Kim Jong-un.
That's quite the intellectual leap. I would say communism.
Regarding North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, Trump said Kim wrote me beautiful letters, and they're great letters, and we fell in love. You sure you want to hear the rest of this?
And I know everyone thinks Republicans aren't funny, but if you get a bunch of us together, we can be a real riot.
My first question to you is, when's the last time you stepped in manure on a small family farm?
One member says they want to cut the woke agenda. What's that? What cuts does that mean? Some say the woke military agenda. I don't even know what the heck they're talking about.
Narcissistically woke people who hyperventilate on their yoga mats if you use the wrong pronoun, who think kids should be able to change their gender at recess.
The woke screen is a smoke screen, and people need to see through it.
I have exhibited extreme wokeness today.
Some may call me woke. I say I'm awake. It wasn't easy, Madam Chair, to get up that early.
And then we see now coming out that they were one of the most woke banks in their quest for the ESG type policy.
Instead of screaming "Orange Man bad" on TikTok, maybe they should come up with some real solutions. In the Tic Tac video, it's Tic Tac like the candy, not TikTok like the Chinese Communist app.
That's correct.
Yes, sir. I just want to make that because my daughter corrected me on that and called me a boomer.
It is my distinct pleasure to introduce
the President of the United States!
I've been around for a lot of State of the Unions. I never saw one where the President got to negotiate in the open with everybody.
You're out of line.
Let him
man.
answer
Actually,
the
I
question.
haven't, and don't tell me I'm out
You
of line.
are out of line.
Don't tell me I'm out of line.
Well, you frame.
Don't tell me.
You frame the statement
You
like
need to
a
shut
tough
your
guy.
mouth
Yeah.
because you don't know
You're
what
gonna tell
you're
me to
talking
shut my
about.
mouth?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Yes, I
Tough
did.
guy. I'm not
Senator,
afraid of physical.
Senator,
You don't have
hold
to be,
it.
but don't sit there and tell me I'm out of line.
This is not a First Amendment issue because we're not trying to ban booty videos.
You will be given your 5 minutes here with when we get to the 5 minutes.
They're not
question.
here.
They're not here.
They're
I
absent.
understand
They
that.
cannot
You will be able to
They
ask.
have scurried away with your complicity.
Following the remarks of Senator Cornyn.
No. No. Cornyn has spoken.
Cornyn has spoken. Thus spake Cornyn.
Are you comfortable with the fact that your party's leading candidate for president is facing criminal charges and could be facing a trial in the middle of this election?
Well, Manu, let me put it this way. I may have hit my head, but I didn't hit it that hard. Good try.
I'm happy and honored to endorse Donald J. Trump.
Chairman Smith or Arrington, or made you believe that going through committee is a better process?
I always believe regular order is the way to do it. Unfortunately.
Okay, why didn't you do it then?
And I'm not in charge.
Well, who's in charge?
Subheads in a piece on this New York rep lied about where he went to college, allegedly swindled a disabled vet whose dog was dying. Matea.
Who's George Santos?
I don't get to say this very much, but George Santos is correct.
I have not done my job since I've gotten here. I can chew and walk gum at the same time.
We're here talking about crime while one of our colleagues from across the aisle, who's been indicted on 13 criminal counts, is not only at large after being bailed out of a New York jail, he is walking around this Capitol voting, and the people of D.C. do not have representation in these halls.
In your knowledge, ma'am, is there any other municipality in these United States that has access to our seat of government as the citizens of Washington, D.C.?
Actually, they all have more access because they have voting members of Congress and
I'll
two
ask
senators.
you to
The members are reminded to abide by decorum of the House.
I don't like where I think they're going with this, and I tell you one thing, they're not taking my gas stove out.
I get that every morning, as you're getting your coffee, and it's warm and you're in the kitchen and you stare into the knobs of your beautiful stainless steel beauty. I got it. I get the bravado. We can pry your gas stove from your cold dead hands, or give me my gas stove, or give me death.
I want to say to you, get your head out of the gas stove and let's let the facts be told.
We're dealing with gas stoves today, and here's my prediction today. Give it a couple months, and they're going to be coming after everybody's backyard grills. They're going to be coming after your 4th of July.
Could she answer the question, please?
I don't want reality. I'm asking the question, which one is better? That's exactly what it is.
Got it on tape.
Misspoke.
Look, every day I could wake up and improve. There's so many times I stumble as we go.
Nice introduction.
I'm sorry. And this is Congressman Garrett Graves. He did shave this morning for you.
I'll tell you what, we're fired up to be here as a football team. President Biden, your staff, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for inviting us to the White House. Everybody good? We're really fired up. We are really fired.
Did you see Barbie or Oppenheimer this weekend? I knew I was going to get that question. I did not.
This is the season, the summer season, when we have these opportunities to come together, Democrats and Republicans, to raise money for charity and to exercise how unathletic we all are.
Stupid the full count, and he hits him in the back, right in the numbers. I'll share a laugh about that. He hits it a long way. That ball comes up and hits Elsie. Got away from Aguilar. Games in the future, but the GOP, the middle of their lineup tonight, was really the story.
John, I can tell you, when I go to the Capitol tomorrow, you're going to see guys walking around with ice packs, bruises. And it's a mandate to require your refrigerator manufacturer to tell you if your fridge is spying on you.
We take care of you.
This is worse than teaching preschool.
29.
I don't think the American people want their air fryer spying on them, and at a minimum, they have a right to know if their air fryer is spying on them.
This is evidence of Hunter Biden making sex. Excuse me, this is my time. Making pornography.
Should we be displaying this, Mr. Chairman?
Today's hearing is like most of the majority's investigations and hearings. A lot of allegations, zero proof, no receipts, but apparently some dick pics.
Well, as you all know, today is National Hot Dog Day, and perhaps you also know that hot dog is my favorite meat. I love hot dogs. I love them in buns. I love them outside of buns. I love them with baked beans. I just like hot dogs.
You're touching on a million issues that we're working on every day.
Yeah.
And right now we're seeing...
Well, that's why I'm talking to you, Bernie.
Any words that Mr. Harris thinks are offensive should be taken down. Any word with the letter L, G, B, or T should be taken down. Does that make you happy if we just take out any word that includes the letter L, G, B, or T?
The gentleman's words personally against me, suggesting that I'm too tired to think correctly.
Apparently what happened here is that she was kicked out of a performance here in downtown Denver of Beetlejuice, the musical Beetlejuice. It's been performing here throughout the week. So here's a breakdown of what all unfolded. So this reportedly happened on Sunday. A spokesperson for the Buell Theater, where we're at here this morning, wouldn't name names, but confirming that two people in the audience were in fact asked to leave. Now, people sitting nearby apparently upset that they were reportedly vaping in their seats. They were on their phones and otherwise disturbing guests.
We need to get the out of our country and get the out of Iowa.
I'm going to put him down as a maybe.
Why won't you resign, sir? Senator Menendez?
Because I'm innocent.
What's wrong with you guys? Why were there gold bars there?
Senate is relaxing its dress code, its informal dress code, which has required members to wear business attire.
Yeah, Democrat John Fetterman from Pennsylvania, perhaps unsurprisingly, he's known for his hoodies and shorts, says he's grateful for the update, but he says he doesn't plan to come to work dressed down too often.
And Susan Collins joked, and I love this, she said, I plan to wear a bikini tomorrow.
What source are you with?
I'm with NBC.
So apparently you'll never believe us.
I'm not believe
but
I'm
that's
asking you a very direct question. You presented a piece of evidence that you say came on August 6, 2017, that demonstrates that Joe Biden was using political influence to help his son. Which wasn't a political figure at that time. The first WhatsApp message you put up, where you talk about the brand. And I'm here. I'm completely open-minded about this. I'm asking you specifically, how does that demonstrate that there's some sort of political influence being put over him if at that time he's not an elected official?
I'm definitely not going to pinpoint one item. I think we've outlined numerous.
First thing that you brought up.
So apparently you don't agree with it. So report that you disagree with it. I'll take the next question.
If that's what exists as a basis for this inquiry, it is not sufficient.
As a former director of emergency management, I know a disaster when I see one. We're all appearing now in the world's worst acted TV drama, right? It's been picked up for a second season, the Real House Republicans of Oversight. You know, perhaps the material's so bad due to the writer's strike.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place. You want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults, we can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on. No, stop it.
Is that your solution, everybody?
No, sit down.
Sit down.
Look at you. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down. Okay. Sit down, please.
The lobbyists and special interests who own our leadership, who have, boo all you want.
On this vote, the yeas are 216. The nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Accordingly, pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the Chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the Chair.
Over there, they think it's all entertainment. It's entertainment.
you know, and now it's turned into which dick is it going to be?
Chairman Xi talks about how democracy doesn't work, and we're proving him right, and we need to fill the chair.
We are in a very bad place right now.
Mr. Johnson, you helped lead the efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. Will you
I won't hear it, and I won't respond to it.
I want to thank my dedicated wife of almost 25 years, Kelly. She's not here. We couldn't get a flight in time. This happened sort of suddenly. But we're going to celebrate soon. She spent the last couple of weeks on her knees in prayer to the Lord, and she's a little worn out. We all are.
We could also easily confirm you if Chuck Schumer would get off the dime and shows that he actually cares about supporting our men and women in uniform.
That's laughable. Senator Schumer has not placed a blanket hold on any military nominee. And the attempt to blame the vacancies in these confirmed positions on Senator Schumer is embarrassing. It's laughable.
Is there objection?
Madam President.
The senator from Alabama.
I object.
Boy, are we decimating the U.S. Navy. Decimating. Unbelievable. I'm just shocked at how many Navy admirals we're putting on the bench right now. Chinese are smiling. Whoa, are they smiling?
Is there objection? Mr. President. The senator from Alabama. Object. Is there an objection? Mr. President. Senator from Alabama. Object. Objection is heard.
Isn't it a fact that social media has lowered the cost of being an a-hole?
Yes.
Republican voters across the country are sick and tired of Republicans because they never do anything to hold this government accountable.
They have nothing to show the American people that they have accomplished on behalf of the American people. Zero. Don't take my word for it. Just ask Chip Roy.
One thing. I want my Republican colleagues to give me one thing, that I can go campaign on and say we did. One.
Nobody elected me because I played volleyball or not. Nobody elected me because I graduated college.
Every once in a while, you try to find that safe lily pad to land on. But for George Santos, there doesn't appear to be a safe lily pad.
And so I rise not to defend George Santos, whoever he is. We know that Mr. Santos lied about his religious faith when he said he was Jewish. And then later, when called out, said he meant to say he was Jew-ish.
I myself have been a victim of George Santos and as well as other members of Congress in terms of defrauding through public donations. I had received an ethics complaint from the FEC, which I had to spend tens of thousands to defend myself. You, sir, are a crook. I know I should direct my comments to the chair. I yield back.
The clerk will notify the governor of the state of New York of the action of the House. Under Clause 5D of Rule 20, the chair announces to the House that in light of the expulsion of the gentleman from New York, Mr. Santos, the whole number of the House is now 434.
According to even Fox News correspondents, House Republicans have been unable to make any kind of connection to a constitutional high crime and misdemeanor.
The House Oversight Committee has been at this for years, and they have so far not been able to provide any concrete evidence that Joe Biden personally profited from his son Hunter's overseas business, but they are going to try again.
And my concern is that Weiss may have indicted Hunter Biden to protect him from having to be deposed.
Yes.
In the House Oversight Committee on Wednesday.
He indicted him to protect him. Yes. The classic rubric. He indicted him to protect him. I got it.
Well, look, this whole thing's been about a cover-up. You know, you've got two.
That's why he indicted him to protect him, to cover it up.
Well, look, you indict him on the least little thing, the gun charge, and not paying taxes.
He's facing like 17 additional years in prison.
So it seems like it would be good to quote the Bard. So I come to this House floor to praise McCarthy, not bury him.
Mr. Speaker, the ancient Greeks would have appreciated the irony of this story. Kevin McCarthy spent his life preparing for the job that he held for just 269 days.
That's a wrap.